Live out to that press conference in Muncie where police are talking about a deadly shooting this morning. Let's listen in.
Investigated by the county this year. I believe there was, this is the first one being investigated by the sheriff's office this year. We've had a few other in the city limits this year, but I believe this is the first one being investigated by the sheriff's office this year.
Question for either of you. I mean, in your experience, how unusual is it that a 73-year-old woman is a homicide victim?
Unfortunately, in my experience, the age or any other identifying information about the victim really knows no bounds, I guess. I mean, we've have victims that range in age or race or sex. So unfortunately, there's never anything that prevents anybody from being a victim of this type of crime.
Should anyone be concerned at this point? Are you actively looking for anyone else at this point other than the two persons of interest you have detained?
At this time, we have two people that we're doing interviews on. We're still currently interviewing, in the process of interviewing right now. As of right now, besides some scattered witnesses that we have to pull in and talk to, I think we have the people that we want to talk to. So if there's any threat, there's none.
Were they living at the house with her?
The only one that I'm aware of, I'm not sure about the investigators, that actually permanently resided at the house was Ms. Franks.
When do you expect to have an update for us as far as if you're going to make an arrest or not?
As we said, we're hoping, by the end of the day, there's a decision made on whether or not any arrest can or will be made. Obviously, that's going to be a decision made by the sheriff's office. Interviews are ongoing, and there's just no telling how long those interviews are going to take. Plus, we have to obtain all the information from the crime scene. That information may need to be used during interviews as well. So we're hoping, obviously this is going to progress as quickly as possible, but we definitely don't want to rush to judgment on making any arrests and make sure that we have the right individuals before the sheriff's office makes an arrest.
What brought your attention to these two individuals? Why these two individuals? What brought your attention to them that make them persons of interest?
911 call was made by the son, and from the interview process so far, those were some people that were at the house this evening. We haven't determined if they were there at the time or not.
Was there any obvious physical evidence on either of these persons of interest when you picked
That
them
we're
up?
still determining.
Do you believe you found a murder weapon?
That we still have communications with crime scene techs at the scene, and I've been in an interview room for the last 3 hours, so I'm not sure yet. I don't want to say either way.
I may know the answer. Any idea on motive at this point?
Really, no.
All right, folks, if we have anything more, we'll inform you guys and let you guys know, but as of this time, I think that's about all we have.
Thank you.
All right, and just to wrap up there, Muncie Police and the Delaware County Sheriff's Office are wrapping up a press conference. They're talking about a deadly shooting this morning. 73-year-old woman was killed. A man calling 911 this morning saying his girlfriend has shot his mother in the head. Our Rich Van Wyk is there. He will have another update coming up in about 15 minutes here on Eyewitness News. In other news today, a New Mexico